Hey, greetings everyone. Glenn Kellaway from the basement. It is Wednesday. Exciting day for me today. I'm counting down the hours until I hop on a plane, fly to Tulsa, Oklahoma to hang out with my buddies Steve from All the World's a Stage and Randall Nelson, meet up with my daughter Andrea, and we are going to the Bob Dylan Center. So it's a quick trip down, back late Saturday night, in tomorrow morning. Another thing, no live chat tonight for any of you who tune in. We're taking a week off. Today, I thought I would do a video on road trip music. Since my daughter moved to Florida, I've been doing a lot of driving and long trips, and I think it's important the kind of music you listen to on the trips because it helps the time pass, man. And sometimes you just want something mellow, and sometimes you want to just rock and grab the steering wheel and just, stay awake. So I picked 12 albums, no particular order. I'm not ranking these and the must-haves. They're all stuff that I generally listen to on a live long trip. Some comps. I don't know if I pulled any live albums or not. Comps, concept albums, all over the place. Let's start with Dylan. I got to take Bob with me, and I seem to gravitate to Rough and Rowdy Ways all the time. I just love this frickin' album. I mean, if I was ranking the Dylan albums, it might be in the lower part of the top 10, 15, but still, I listen to it a lot, so it's got to come with me. Next, Frank. Live Frank on a road trip is pretty cool, and this is my favorite. I think, well, I shouldn't say my favorite. One of my favorite live Franks. Does humor belong in music? This is great. I mean, starts off with Zoot Allures and then Tinseltown Rebellion, Trouble Every Day, which is classic. Hot Plate Heaven at the Green Motel. What's New in Baltimore? I'm not going to name the next one. A great live version of WPLJ, the doo-wop song White Port and Lemon Juice. Let's Move to Cleveland, and a killer version of the Allman Brothers Whippin' Post. This is a great live album. If you ever just want to check out some live Frank, highly suggest this. That's coming with me. Grateful Dead. I love to have the Grateful Dead with me. Do I take a live Dead? I could, but I really kind of gravitate to this comp from Rhino. The very best of the Grateful Dead. It's got 17 songs on it, and I think it's really, really good. It's got Truckin', Touch of Grey, Sugar Magnolia, Casey Jones, Uncle John's Band, Friend of the Devil, Franklin's Tower, Estimated Prophet, Eyes of the World, Box of Rain, U.S. Blues, The Golden Road, One More Saturday Night, Fire on the Mountain, The Music Never Stopped, Hell in a Bucket, and Ripple. It's a great comp of studio songs from the Dead. If you're ever trying to get into the Dead and you just want something like that, that's a great comp. The Kinks, another comp. This one's called the Singles Collection. I really like this one because it delves right back to the beginning with their first releases like Long Tall Sally and You Still Want Me, and then You Really Got Me All Day, and all the 64 hits and all the way through. Everything's on here. Dedicated Follower of Fashion. My favorite Kinks song, Waterloo Sunset, is on here. Death of a Clown. I mean, it's great. It's an excellent, excellent comp. Sounds good. What else do I take on a road trip? REM. I love this Document album, man. It's like one of my favorite albums. Excellent. I got to take some jazz with me, and I'm just loving this album so much. It gets played a lot. Journey in Satchimananda, Alice Coltrane with Pharoah Sanders. Friggin' amazing, amazing record. Oh, this guy. This is my favorite record of the past 5 years. I'm sure of it. Billy Strings, Home. What a great record. Give yourself a big favor, or do yourself a big favor, and check out Billy Strings. And this Home album is fantastic. Man, this gets played more than any other record in my collection over the past year. Absolutely. Almost every day. Lydia Loveless, I absolutely love her. She's got a brand new album out that absolutely rocks. Nothing's going to change the way I feel, I think it's called. You got to check it out. It's fantastic. Great job, Lydia. This is my favorite Lydia Loveless album. I'm such a huge fan of this woman. This one's called Somewhere Else. I absolutely love Lydia Lovelace. A Beatles comp. I was saying, just take a Beatles record. They're 30 minutes long, and and then you only get one. I like a good comp on the road with the Beatles, and this is my favorite Beatles comp. Beatles number ones. It's got everything you'd ever want on it. All the number one songs, and going from Love Me Do right up to Long and Winding Road and everything in between. Fantastic, fantastic comp from the Beatles. A couple of concept albums. This might be the first thing I pick off the shelf when I'm going on a long trip. Quadrophenia. You can listen to this all the way through, get wrapped up in it. It's such a great frickin' record. I mean, Pete Townshend's concept deserves all the kudos in the world for that, but I'm telling you, John Entwistle's bass playing on this album, man, I wish they just isolated. I could just listen to a whole record of his bass playing off of this. Fantastic. Another comp. It's going to work now. I pulled the thing out of the thing. Steven Wilson's Hand Cannot Erase, an album that's got to go with me all the time. Probably the best concept album in history. That album's going with me. And one more, Jethro Tull, Aqualung. That's got to go too. Great album to listen to from start to finish on a road trip. That's my top 12 road trip albums. I hope to be talking to you from Tulsa. If not, we'll see you on Sunday when I get back. Thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't. Take care.